Good evening, everybody. Hope you had a good day. Welcome to the stream. Um, Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your support in me doing this. Before we begin, I want to cover the air raid map of Ukraine currently. Kharkiv and Donetsk air alerts just cleared. Start with Zhytomyr. Has been going for 3 hours 53 minutes. Started at 12:24 Ukraine time. Kyiv Oblast, 5 hours 7 minutes. Kyiv City, 4 hours 27 minutes. Chernihiv, 5 hours 50 minutes. Sumy, 6 hours 12 minutes. Cherkasky, 4 hours 35 minutes. Poltava, 5 hours 1 minute. Yevnograd, 5 hours 10 minutes. Dnipropetrovsk, 3 hours 49 minutes. Mykolaiv, 2 hours 30 minutes. Kherson, 2 hours 30 minutes. And Zaporizhia, 6 hours and 15 minutes. They have been on air alert almost the entire night since curfew started. They've been pretty much under air alert the whole night. It is just past 4 a.m. in Kyiv now. So, give you an idea, it's nightly air alerts, trying to keep people awake and catch them in their apartment buildings. Operational information as of 8 a.m., November 27th, regarding the Russian invasion. Of course, they start Glory to Ukraine. Let me scroll this up so I'm looking more up at the camera. The 1008th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 224 combat clashes were recorded during the past day. According to detailed information, yesterday the enemy struck the positions of Ukrainian units in populated areas with one rocket attack, with one rocket, as well as 45 airstrikes, dropping 76 bombs from aircraft. In addition, it carried out more than 4,000 attacks with artillery systems, 142 of which were from MLRSs, multi-launch rocket systems. They also used about 1,300 kamikaze drones for attacks. The aggressor carried out airstrikes in the settlements of Bilovoda, Spassky, Sumy in the Sumy Oblast, Primonisk, I'm not sure of the pronunciation there, Vysoka Yorga, Kurolivka in the Kharkiv region, Ivanivka, Liman, Zarechny, Slovansk, Torsk, Katerinivka, Kramatorsk, Zeleny, and Pokrovsk, also Kharkova, Uspenivka, and Komar of the Donetsk region, Patlivka, Malatokmaka, Temyurikpa in the Zaporizhia region. Again, most of that is happening in Donetsk. Scroll up here a bit. Yesterday, aviation, missile forces, and artillery of the defense forces carried out 9 strikes on the areas of concentration of personnel and anti-aircraft defense systems of the enemy. Those are not only strikes in occupied areas, but also inside Russian territory itself. So definitely doing the work to make Ukraine safer. Last day, 5 enemy attacks took place in the Kharkiv direction, in the populated areas of Vachansk. In addition, the enemy actively used bomber aircraft. Just so you know, Kharkiv is here, Vachansk is over here. The last 2 days, Russians were trying to open up a new front over in this area. Those did not go so well, but we'll have to keep an eye on this area. This area has been fairly quiet, and Vachansk is, of course, the main assault vector in Kharkiv. There were 18 attacks by the occupiers in the Kupiansk direction during the day. Defense forces repelled enemy assaults in the areas of Hirolivka, Zeleny Gay. I always have problems with this one. Zaguri, Zaro, Zapo, Senkopu, Koloniskva, Sinivka, and Andorivka. Going over to Kupiansk direction and Hirolivka, Hushlivka, Zarozova, Lazova, Zeleny Gay, and Shishivka, I think was the other one. I can't remember offhand. You have to excuse me for that one, unless it was this town. Depending on which rules they use for transliteration into English, the spelling of the names change. So sometimes it's guessing which town they mean. So yeah, I apologize for pointing out wrong settlements sometimes. Moving on to Liman. The enemy attacked 21 times in the Liman direction. They tried to advance near Grgivka, Druzivka, excuse me, Cherniskivka, Makivka, Turny, Torsky, and in the Serebryansk forest area. Just going down the way from Kupiansk, Serebryansk forest, town named after it right here. Torsky, Turny, Harivka, there's not. Zacheny. So, still trying to push back from the territory they were removed from forcibly back in 2022. Moving on. Yesterday, the enemy once tried to dislodge our defenders from their positions in Hirohorivka in the service direction with assault actions. There was no success. Hirohorivka is right here. Servisk is here. Just to get a general area. Kramatorsk, Slovansk, Liman, Izium is here. Servisk. And they're talking about this area here. If you know K2 Brigade, they work out of this area, and most of their videos cover this zone. Specifically, you'll see this oil refinery in a lot of their videos, either in the background or actually where they are hitting Russian tanks and APVs. I wish I could show more of them, but some of them get rather detailed. I'll leave it at that. 13 assaults took place in the last day in the Kramatorsk direction in the areas of Chasiv Yar, Stupochny, Bilogora, Pretekny settlements. I'm going to add Torsk in here too because they're relatively close to each other. In the Torsk direction, the enemy actively used bomber aircraft and carried out 6 attacks in the areas of the settlements of Dublivka, Serebrenivka, and Toretsk. Of course, we all know Konstantinivka, Turivka, Kramatorsk, Chasiv Yar, and Stupochny, and Pretekny. Russia has been trying to get a hold of these hills from the mining tailings, mining debris. Unfortunately, one of them has become under the gray zone. So this one is actively being fought over. But these are significant height advantages for Ukraine and is helping them hold back the Russian assaults immensely. Moving down to the south, Bilohora is there. The Toretsk direction, Serebryanka, Toretsk, and Dublivka. Again, they're trying to push into this town. They have made some successes, but Ukraine has also pushed them back several times. Specifically in this area here, about a month ago, Russia had control of all of the village here, and Ukraine pushed them back to put pressure on the railroad line here so they could not use it as a supply depot. And here in Toretsk, they made it out to, we're controlling this portion of the center of the village, and again pushed them back. Russia has made some gains back since then, and it's a strong fight in Toretsk. We saw a video of it yesterday. There's not a building in this town without damage. Most of the smaller houses are without roofs, and the apartment buildings all seem to have fire damage on them. Let me scroll up again, so I'm looking at the camera. In the Pokrovsk direction, our defenders stopped 59 assaults. Wow. 59 assaults in one day. In the directions of Mirolibivka, Krasny Yar, Lysivka, Deshenki, Krumtesky, that's a new settlement, Pustinka, and Novotrud. That's a new one as well. The greatest concentration of enemy attacks was near the village of Promin. Going down here to Pokrovsk area. Promin is here. Mirolibivka, Lysivka, Sukhov Yar, and Krasny Yar. Novotrud and Shunsky. So those are the two new ones. I don't know why they just didn't use this one, this settlement name. Pushinka and Pushkini are here. And yeah, it's been a hard battle in this area. Ukraine has been able to pretty much stop them in this area, and Russia has been trying to push out in this area, and as you can see, they're having some minor successes every day. Zoom into this one here for that updated. Half of 2 fields, but they got the railroad line. And railroad lines are very important for Russia. Their army cannot exist without rail. Moving on to the Kharkiv direction, the defense forces repelled 46 enemy assaults. The enemy carried out airstrikes on populated areas. The main offensive efforts of the enemy were concentrated in the districts of Dachany, Novodormivka, Kharkovo, Delaney, Katerinivka, Elizabetivka, Hanivka, Antonivka, Bertreski, Zori, and Sansivka. Pretty much the whole front line. If you go down here from Pushkini, Zora, Sansivka, Bertreski, Gorokova, Delaney, Hanivka, Romanivka, Elizabetivka, Katerinivka, and Antonivka. So pretty much the whole area. Deep State is not really showing any updates from yesterday to today. See if there's any in this area, because we're going here next. No updates, no advances according to Deep State for today in this area either. In the Vermis direction, the enemy carried out 17 assaults on our positions near the settlements of tongue-tied sometimes. Trudov, Konstantinopolsky, Rozdolny, Nova Andriivka, Vasily Hay, Rozliv, and Rivnopol. So Trudov, and this is really close to Kharkiv, what they consider Kharkiv direction, but Trudov is here, Zhukovali is here, Rozavi, and Rivnopil, and Makrifa. I forgot Makrifa, sorry. Not as many attacks, but still pushing in pretty much every direction in this area. In Huliopil and Orhiv directions, the invaders did not carry out offensive actions, but they used aviation to bomb settlements. In the Dnipro direction, Russian invaders attacked our positions 5 times. They were repulsed and suffered losses. No signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups were detected in the Zonin or Polosky directions. On the border with Chernihiv and Sumy regions, the enemy from the territory of the Russian Federation uses artillery and aviation in the areas of Ukrainian settlements. In the Dnipro direction, they're talking about, the old reservoir and river. I assume the assaults are happening in this area, but they do not give us a town to generalize, so I just assume it's in this general area. Chernihiv and Sumy regions. Let me go up to that area. So Sumy Oblast and Chernihiv Oblast. Chernihiv comes basically from here, wraps up to here, and Sumy comes down to here. So Russia is firing missiles, rockets, artillery, and dropping bombs from planes from inside the Russian Federation and hitting Ukrainian settlements. This is why they need to be allowed to strike into Russia with whatever equipment they can, because Russia is doing the same. The operation is ongoing in the Kursk region. Let me scroll up here. The last day, the enemy fired 263 artillery strikes, including 5 from MLRS systems, 22 airstrikes, dropping 30 aircraft bombs. And of course, Kursk is this area here of Russia that Ukraine occupies. No changes have been made in this direction. Ukraine is holding strong and causing significant losses for the enemy. as it says here. Our soldiers inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupying forces and actively undermine the offensive potential of the enemy in the rear. This goes over the loss of personnel and vehicles. We'll do that with the graphic. Join the defense forces. Together we will win. Glory to Ukraine. And let me just translate this back to Ukrainian. Razom do переможемо. Together to victory. Slava Ukraina. And of course, Heroam Slava. So let me pull up the graphic for the losses today. And make sure I go to the right server. The total combat losses of the enemy, November 27th, 1,008 days of the full-scale invasion by Russia. Personnel losses of 1,580, bringing the total up over 735,000. 14 tanks were destroyed. 48 AP armor personnel vehicles. 24 artillery systems, 1 MLRS, multi-launch rocket systems. I always love seeing these things blown up because Russia uses these as a precursor to assaults to soften up Ukrainian defenses. So those getting blown up puts a smile on my face. Along with these, anti-aircraft warfare systems, another one got taken out. These are minimum 30 million US dollars equivalent. So that's a big bite out of Russia's war chest. 64 UAVs were destroyed, 84 vehicles, and 4 special equipment. I'm going to pull up the air raid map and try and get caught up with chat. So I wanted to say welcome to Kizna. Thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate you being here. Of course, KKGG. Andrew Petri, Blue, good to see you as always. Niels. K-Bell, I think. Slowevo, good to see you. Nian, I see your comment here. Blonde Bombsheller, yeah, always late. Don't worry, no clowns. Yeah, YouTube has been weird for about a month. It's just finally starting to straighten out for me. Like I can go to other people's streams and the chat doesn't even load half the time. So I have to like F5, refresh the screen, this website, and finally get it to load. So I wish I could tell you more, Nian. Okay, it's probably YouTube. Yeah, it's YouTube's end. Martin Lee, good to see you. Howdy, everybody saying hi. Yeah, land can be reclaimed, but not lives. Everybody likes to say how much Russia is gaining in territory right now, especially in this area. Um, Ukraine is sacrificing land to save their troops, to save their people, and save their ability to fight. Russia is sacrificing people to make these gains. And oh my word, are they sacrificing people, because they're losing 1,500 people a day to 16 to 1,700 people a day to make, oh, let's see, they gained that and that, what, a quarter of a farm field here and a farm field there. Is that worth 1,500 people? I don't think so. Okay, no food chat in my chat, please. All my rowdy fans are out tonight, yes. Yes, I do. I hope you're feeling better. We've had so many people in the hospital, uh, from Vlad to Niels to Andrew now. And well, I'll tell you about the next person in a bit. Leanne says there was a press conference yesterday with Poland. Hope for boot on the ground, but only an increase in cooperation in Baltic Sea. And of course it jumped down, so now I have to go back up. In 10 hours, Sweden and Poland will do a press brief by themselves. Okay, I'll have to look for that tomorrow. Looks like a lot of hellos back and forth and chit chat back and forth. I love seeing it. I love seeing you guys chat. Aussie T, good to see you. Of course, Aussie. And I better see an oi 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 in chat, Aussie. Yeah, I like seeing everybody come and hang out and chat and just relax with each other. Like it says at the bottom here, together we will win. Razom de Peramojimo. Because we can't do it with the infighting. Russia's trying to separate us, divide and conquer. We have to support not only Ukraine, but we have to support each other. Together is the only way we're going to do it. So I love seeing, the conversations in chat. Thank you, Ozzy. Some interesting stories on Telegram today. Oh, before we do that, let's check on air alerts are the same, unfortunately. So I closed Telegram instead of. So Monitor and Packet are Ukrainian ran Telegram channels to tell people what's going on. And of course, I know many you cannot read Ukrainian yet, but this was almost 3 hours ago. 25 shaheeds over Ukraine as of now. 2 in Zhytomyr, 6 in Kyiv, 13 in the east, 2 in Poltava, 3 in Dnipro, 7 in Zaporizhia, and 4 in Kherson. And they went to sleep. You have to realize 3 hours ago was like 2 o'clock in the morning for Ukrainians. Update of from about an hour ago when the stream started. One drone in Zhytomyr, 7 in Kyiv region, 6 in Poltava, 1 in Dnipro, and 3 in Mykolaiv. So as of a half hour ago, that is what was flying around Ukraine and the reasons for all the air alerts. Switch back to my other account. And I wanted to show you guys this video. This is one of the fundraisers I support. And I got this video today, so I wanted to share it with you. This is Operational ZCU Telegram channel. This is ran by the Ukrainian Army. So I know where the donations go, and here's proof.
Бійці 501-го окремого батальйону морської піхоти висловлюємо велику вдячність підписникам телеграм-каналу Оперативний ЗСУ за надані нашому підрозділу ці генератори. Тепер хлопці зможуть швидше заряджатися і виконувати свої бойові завдання. Разом до перемоги!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава морській піхоті!
Слава, слава, слава!
And of course, I got to back this
Слава,
up,
слава, слава!
or not to
Слава
there.
морській піхоті!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Разом до перемоги!
Слава!
Разом до перемоги!
Слава!
Разом до перемоги!
Together we will win. Together to victory. So hey, I nerd out on that. Sweden's Prime Minister did a press conference already. Okay, I'll have to go back and look for that. And I closed Telegram again. So here's another story. See if I can just make this bigger. Russian women set record for contraceptive purchases amid Putin's demands to have children. Yeah, they're talking about over double the increase, up to 3 times the increase of like the morning after pills being sold in Russia. And why is this news? Well, because Russian lawmakers passed a bill today banning child-free propaganda. They passed a controversial legislation banning propaganda that urges people to opt against having children. Facing an aging population and low birth rates, Moscow is seeking to reverse the demographic slump, accentuated by its ongoing full-scale invasion of neighboring Ukraine that threatens its economic future. Yeah. Under the ban, violations would be punishable by fines of up to 400,000 rubles, around $4,000 on individuals. So if you recommend to somebody to get the morning after pill, you're going to get fined $4,000. If you run an ad on your TV show or talk about it on a radio station, your fine is about $51,000. So, yeah, this is really going to affect women's rights inside Russia. Because like the pharmacies won't even be able to put out a sign that says we have morning after pill. If they do, they're paying $51,000 fine. The bill also includes a provision to deport foreigners found guilty of disseminating the banned information. Yeah, it's the turn backwards in time for Russia is amazing. Oh, there's one line in here. I want to see if I could find it really quick to read it for you. It basically said that the population growth rate in Russia is about equal to what it was in the 1800s. Here we are. The last line of the thing. For many regions, the birth rate in Russia has fallen to the level of the late 18th century. Russia is not going to survive the next 100 years. And if they keep going in Ukraine, they will not survive the next 40 years. Yeah, what rights? There wasn't a whole lot on Telegram today that I could show you, unfortunately. In Russia, you have civil wrongs.
Бажаю здоров'я.
Oh. And of course, let's cover Zelensky's speech today. And I'm going to shut up and let you guys listen in and let my throat recover a little bit.
Шановні українці, українки, щойно говорив з Марком Рюте, генеральним секретарем НАТО. Вчора відбулася зустріч нашої Ради Україна-НАТО через застосування Росією нової балістичної ракети. Сьогодні з Марком ми обговорили наявні можливості реагування, необхідного посилення ППО України. Я назвав конкретні системи ППО, які нам потрібні, які можуть спрацювати. Ці системи ППО є у партнерів. Дуже важливе рішення саміту НАТО у Вашингтоні щодо ППО і щодо іншого постачання для фронту досі не реалізовані повністю. Ми дуже очікуємо цього, і це значно впливає на мотивацію, на моральний стан наших людей. Нещодавній дозвіл щодо далекобійних ударів по військових об'єктах в Росії допоміг, але тиск на Росію треба підтримувати і збільшувати на різних рівнях, щоб Росія відчувала, що таке війна. Обговорили контакти з нашими партнерами, з Америкою та іншими, нашу скоординовану роботу з ними заради виконання того, про що ми вже домовлялись, і заради потрібного додаткового посилення і військового, і політичного. В тому числі заради запрошення України в НАТО. Це стратегічний політичний крок. Запрошення, на яке наші люди точно заслуговують, яке дійсно може допомогти. Дякую Марку за допомогу і брифінг щодо його комунікації, щодо його перемовин з партнерами. І сьогодні дуже активний день. В цілому було багато зустрічей, зокрема на найвищому рівні у міністра оборони України Умєрова в Республіці Корея. За моїм дорученням Рустем Умєров говорив із президентом Південної Кореї, зі своїм колегою, міністром оборони, також з радником з питань національної безпеки. Коло питань, воно очевидне. Це все, що стосується залучення Росією Північної Кореї у війну проти України, всіх аспектів цього залучення і те, що ми можемо зробити разом для захисту наших народів і для безпеки наших регіонів. наявність не лише ракет і снарядів з Північної Кореї в арсеналах Росії, але й солдатів на фронті. Це глобалізація війни, на яку пішла Росія, яку тільки глобально можна зупинити. І по поверненню міністра Умєрова я очікую його доповіді щодо перемовин в Сеулі. Була доповідь головкома Сирського, як завжди, по всіх деталях фронтової ситуації та операції в Курській області. Найбільш гарячими напрямками залишаються Донецькі, передусім Курахівський напрямок, найбільше боїв там, найбільш жорстокі штурми. І також Покровський напрямок, Куп'янський. Я вдячний всім нашим підрозділам, кожному солдату, сержанту, офіцеру, які знищують окупанта та забезпечують захист наших позицій. Ще одне. Провів сьогодні нараду з головою уряду Денисом Шмигалем, міністром фінансів України Марченком, представникам Верховної Ради, обговорили основні параметри державного бюджету на наступний рік, нашу фінансову готовність і на цей грудень, і на наступний рік. І домовились, що завтра я підпишу закон про державний бюджет на наступний рік, одразу після того, як закон надійде з Верховної Ради. Головне, всі фінансові потреби України на найближчий час, на наступний рік гарантовані. Вдячний всім, хто працює заради України. Дякую кожному і кожній, хто б'ється заради нашої держави і людей. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. One thing I want to point out there at the end,
Наступний рік.
you know, financial obligations. The main thing is that Ukraine's financial needs for the near future and the coming year are guaranteed. You know, even in wartime, Ukraine is making sure that things get covered, like the payouts for retirement. What do we do here in the U.S. every year? Oh, we're going to shut down the government until you agree to what we want. So yeah, just it's pretty bad when, you know, America claims to be the pinnacle of democracy and Ukraine in wartime is doing better job than we are. Sorry. Touching back on the birth rate in Russia thing, I want to show you guys this. Oh, I forgot the female version of it. Hero. Oh no, not women, but oh. Here we go. This was back in August 18th of 2022. Putin revives a Stalin era mother heroine. Not, you know, not the stuff, but female hero award for women with 10 children. It's an award for women with 10 children or more, and basically it's a payment of 1 million rubles. Here it says 16.5, but at the current exchange rate, it's only about $10,000. Will be given to Russian mothers once their 10th child turns 1 year old, if all have survived. Russia's population shrank by an average of 86,000 people per month. This was back in 2022, where it's going much faster decline now. But yeah, this is how bad Russia is hurting and how bad they know their future is. Leading me into a post I put on Blue Sky. Let's go to notifications. Russia's desired borders. Down here by Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, down here in Romania, and the southern tip of Ukraine, past Odessa, in that, the Carpathians, and Poland from the Carpathians to the river, Vistula River, Warsaw, up to the Baltic Sea, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. Why does Russia want these borders? Because their population is in such decline, there is no way they can defend their current borders. They have to push out to these borders to have a border they can secure with their declining population. That's why Putin's pushing for these wars in Georgia, in Chechnya, in Azerbaijan, Moldova, because he feels he needs to get to the Bessarian Gap and this cutoff in Warsaw in Poland to be able to have Russia exist beyond his time as president. He took Crimea in 2014, Georgian wars before that, Chechnyan wars before that, turned Kazakhstan pro-Russia before that. So these are the three gaps that remain for Russia to feel secure. That's where he wants to get to. It doesn't stop with Ukraine. It's Moldova, Romania, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia next on the chopping block. And guess what? NATO ally, NATO ally, NATO ally, NATO ally, NATO ally. If we fail Ukraine, NATO is going to be in a war with Russia very soon afterwards. We cannot fail Ukraine. Oh, and just to point this out, this map was produced by Peter Zihan, and this was his prediction back in 2016. And my Blue Sky link is in the description below if you want to follow me on Blue Sky. Yeah, this is nightlife in Ukraine now.
Збиття шахіда. Було знищення. Так, було знищення.
Shahid drone. And they shot it down. Yeah, that's the Ukrainians' insane nightlife right now, thanks to Russia. And of course, NAFO sniffing brigades up on there. A lot of good people have moved over to Blue Sky, away from Twitter, or as it's more commonly called now, Shitter. And finally, moving on to the last segment of the day, mass media, popular media, whatever you want to call it, crappy media. Trump picked a national security advisor. Yeah, go blow it up your rear. U.S. is urging Zelensky to lower the conscription age to 18 rather than, I think it's 25 right now. Ukraine is trying to let their young people live their life, get their education and everything they need before being eligible for the draft. And, we're trying to dictate Ukraine's policy. The big thing in the news right now, the Russian ruble plunges to lowest rate since early weeks of the Ukraine war. A lot of fluff for what can be this tells the story much better. Trading at 97 rubles per the US dollar before October 28th, and now it's trading at 113. You go out to 5 year. So there was that one spike back in the day where it hit 133, 134, and we're almost right back there. And that was right at the beginning of the invasion. So yeah, Russia, the sanctions are finally starting to hit Russia. And unfortunately, it's right now that the sanctions are in danger because of Trump. I'm not going to go and read through all that. You guys can look into it further if you want. Fear-mongering. Ukraine is relying on drones to hold back Russian advances. Troops on the front line are fearing the worst. This is a total propaganda piece, in my opinion. They're saying some areas in Pokrovsk have no defenders, and they're just using drones to hold back the Russian assaults. There is no way that is true. If there was no defenders, there'd be nobody to spot the assaults, nobody to clean them up and keep the troops from advancing. So their opinion is that's what's happening. My opinion is that cannot be happening. Sure, they're not, we lack infantry and hold out for some time while the drones do the work. But that's not saying they don't have infantry on the front line, which is what they're trying to portray here. And it's not, this is why I don't like mass media. They take this quote that we lack infantry and turn it into an outrageous claim that is not true to sell papers or subscriptions. More about Trump and this dude Keith Kellogg. And this is by far the most upsetting story today. Not that Biden is requesting $24 more billion for Ukraine aid, but that the Pentagon is unlikely to use all of the billions Congress authorized to spend on Ukraine weapons before Biden leaves office. So let's see if they say what the official number is. Yeah, the administration has less than 2 months left to use nearly $7 billion worth of aid that has been already approved but not delivered. $7 billion. and aid that we just kind of went, oh, this utterly pisses me off with Biden and makes me glad that he's not in there anymore, because this should have been sent months after being approved, and here we are, like 6 billion of this, no, 4 billion of this was approved back in January. Upsetting. I can't read that. If you guys want to look into it more, CNN has the story without a paywall. And just to show how you can get around this sometimes, because Wall Street Journal definitely has a paywall. See, there it is. Select the first, line and search with Google. And of course you see Wall Street Journal, but then you also see Pentagon from Yahoo. The Australian, AOL News. They all just parrot each other's stories, and sometimes they literally just copy and paste the story. So searching the first line gives you the same story, just posted on somebody else's site. And it goes back into other that's something we already knew, but this I just Ukraine recalls 100,000 mortar shells amid complaints they aren't working. That paywall. So close that. No. It's not going to let me copy it. They caught on to my little scam on this one. But that makes me really curious because it was the only story with that. Let's go. Kyiv Independent. An interdepartmental commission is investigating the supply of a faulty 120 millimeter mortar shells to Ukrainian forces after multiple reports of them misfiring. Statement comes following complaints and videos shared on social media that show the mortar shells not exploding or failing to hit their targets. From a domestic producer. The outlet did not name the factory commissioned to manufacture the shells, but it was part of the state-owned defense conglomerate Ukroboronprom and was often targeted by Russian attacks. This is an industry that Ukraine just got running within the last year. So, yeah, it's not great news, but it's kind of expected when you're building up production from scratch to have issues. Unfortunately, it's affecting the front lines. So looks like they're putting in, the ministry promised new measures to improve quality control and improve the inspection process at all stages. So it looks like this issue will be resolved. I don't know any other country that's been able to ramp up production like this since the US in World War II. That's all I have for today. Looks like Odessa is joining the air alerts 7 minutes ago. 6 minutes for Kharkiv. 6 minutes in Donetsk. Ternopil just kicked off. We just saw it. Let me grab Telegram. And 5 groups of Caliber missiles through Mykolaiv. So yeah, Ivano-Frankish, Ravina have issued air alerts. Caliber missiles are probably launched from either the Black Sea or further over into Russia and going across here. Mykolaiv is here. So, yep, there you go. Zakarpathia and Chernivtsi. You'll probably see Klemensky, Lviv, and Zolny added on really quick here. I'm not sure I should end the stream with. There you go. 100% air alerts in Ukraine at the moment. I'm going to put the monitor back on. The enemy probably launched cruise missiles from the Volgograd region. So yeah, it's 6:15 in the morning there now. So we know. No, they'll know for sure whether there was launches in about 50 minutes, 55 minutes. But there are suspected launches from this area, I think. Yeah, from this area in Russia. And I keep closing Telegram rather than minimizing it. So, yeah, I'd say it's already confirmed. 5 groups. Doesn't say how many missiles, just 5 groups. 9:16, it's 9:20 now. Yeah, Caliber missiles were launched from the Black Sea and from not Krasnodar, but from here over east of Rostov-on-Don. So there's the takeoff of the aircraft that carry the missiles. And yeah, in case of confirmed launches, take cover. So new update right now. 7 groups of Caliber missiles through Breshtansky and Vosnitsky districts of Mykolaiv. Vectors towards Kironograd and Odessa. So, I believe one of those regions is here, and the other one is up here towards the north of Mykolaiv. And you know, seeing the reactions from people in Ukraine right now. Of course, this is at 5:20 in the morning for Ukraine. People are in their apartments sleeping, trying to get ready for the new day. That's something we won't hear about in the end. Not until it's up and running. It wasn't until like Ukraine produced their first 20 artillery pieces that we saw reports of them actually making a factory to produce artillery. Yeah, Rheinmetall built a lot. Sweden, Finland, and Denmark have all helped build factories in Ukraine. Something I haven't talked about until recently was when I went to Kyiv. Zoom in here. Came in through here on the train, and there's a little storage yard. There it is. Just a little storage yard off over here. It had a bunch of, or was it? I can't remember. It was an empty yard full of like cement mixers and concrete plants, like the mobile concrete plants. When I went there, it was full. By the time I left, that place was empty. There must have been 20 different plants, mobile cement, concrete cement, whatever you want to call it, plants in that storage yard. And when I left, it was empty. So they are doing a lot of construction this year. And unfortunately, it's not until now that we're hearing about it. But it's good that we're not hearing about it, because that means Russia did not hear about it. So this is a picture out the train, and you see like this storage areas. It's all through here. It's just rows and rows of storage units. It doesn't say what date that was, does it? February of 2022. That's a lot of that's not there anymore. It might have been that yard that I saw. I don't know. I can't remember it offhand. But yeah, there was definitely construction going on, and I kept my mouth shut until about 2 weeks ago about the cement plants that I saw. Yeah. Come on. So nine caliber missiles changed their vector towards Odeshna. Of course, Odeshna is direction of Odessa. So 9 caliber missiles over Mykolaiv, heading towards Odessa now. And I closed it again, dang it. I'm sorry for smoking on stream, but this is nerve-wracking for me. I have I have friends over there, and yeah, more airplanes taking off, potential of launching more missiles. And of course, here we go, just updated. 1 caliber near Odessa, 7 calibers in Mykolaiv, third group of calibers in Kherson region. So pull this to the side so I can keep that up. So 1 group near Odessa, 1 group near Mykolaiv, and 1 group over Kherson. Oh, let me translate. Okay, so 3 calibers are over Kherson, 7 are over Mykolaiv, and 1 is over Odessa, for a total of 11 caliber missiles at the moment. That's not MiGs, but the Su-35. Before that, it was the Tu-95 bombers from inside Russian Federation. The Su-35 was taken off from Sevastopol area. And what they'll do is they'll sit there and send these missiles around because they have a huge range, and they'll just send them, in this direction, cause issues over here, and then they'll send them up here and then back over here. So you don't know where they're going to land just because they're here now. They could be gathering them up until all of them get launched and then send them in a wave at Kyiv or Lviv or anywhere. Oh, that's what NB8 means. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Normally I would end the stream, but with this happening right now, I kind of want to leave it up. See if anybody else is putting out a story. Yeah, 7 Russian bombers are in the air right now. The Su-35 is in the air. That's from CCU official. Yeah, not getting very much in news or updates about it. Oh. So I love some of these translations sometimes. This is from the Rocket Packet Telegram channel. 7 carcasses in the air. So in Odessa, Venetia course, total of up to 15 calibers have been launched. Calibers have turned around and are heading for Odessa. Another group of calibers in the Kivnograd region. Kivnograd is here. So yeah, they're just spinning around in this area right now. Um, I don't know what to say. It's, these are supposedly Russia's hypersonic missiles. When I was in Kyiv, they were launched against Kyiv City, and there was about 3 minutes of warning before it exploded. I was sitting out on my balcony having a cigarette, thought I had time to get ready and go down to the bomb shelter because usually you have more time. And yeah, I ended up running down to the bomb shelter without my shoes on because I'm sitting there on the balcony having my cigarette and my face lights up from the missiles being launched to intercept the incoming Russian missiles. Yeah, my hat is hanging next to the door. The temperatures here are nuts. We will not be above freezing until December. I got to see a little bit of snowflakes today. Odessa, 3 calibers in the direction of the city from the north. So probably coming down this reservoir. So should be hearing. Unfortunately, like these can last for an hour, up to an hour. They have that flight time. Yeah, I had to become a hat guy. I never wore hats before, but the first time I got sunburned, I became a hat person. Um, uh, Felix the cat and his tail. I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Should I end the stream and let you guys go watch somebody that has somebody else and keep an eye out for the rockets ourselves, or should I just keep going trying to fill space? Another update a minute ago. 3 calibers for Odessa, 3 in Mykolaiv, course towards Kirnograd and Venetia. 3 calibers near Kopriansky. So there's talking about a half hour before impacts. No, I have a camouflage hat with the Ukrainian trident embroidered into it. Um, Trying to see if there's any stories I can cover while we wait for more news. Let me check on a Discord channel that might have some information. So unfortunately, they don't have anything yet either. From Monitor, 2 calibers left in Odessa, vectoring towards the city. 4 through the Kivnograd region, heading north. 1 in Mykolaiv region. Direction from the north. Packet. 1 caliber in Mykolaiv, 5 calibers in Kronotrisky. I don't know where that is. 12 missiles. Air defense is working in Odessa. Shaheeds coming up. Again, X-59 and a caliber heading towards Odessa. So the KH-59 is a Russian cruise missile. So they got the cruise missiles and calibers. So ships are launching as well. Too many things going on. Launches from Crimea, and the Black Sea, and no reports of explosions yet. 2 Shaheeds in Chernihiv, towards Chernihiv city, 1 towards Kiev, 1 Shaheed in Kiev Oblast, 3 Shaheeds in Poltava, heading towards Cherkasky. Yeah, two missiles launched from aircraft over the Black Sea, heading towards Odessa. So Odessa has missiles coming from the north as well as the sea. So you guys want to see a real estate tour? So they wanted an apartment in Kyiv. If I could afford it, I'll show you one of the apartments I would get. It needs some renovation, but this is on the street I stayed in Kyiv. I walked by this building several times a day. Very, very beautiful area. Like I said, when I was staying there, it's like a park. The entrance is here. This is the bathroom, kitchen, living room, bedroom. The entryway, one of the rooms, another picture of the same room, the living room. Ukrainians and wallpaper are like hand in hand. I don't know why. Probably easier than plastering the walls all the time. The closet, this is where the kitchen would be. So like kitchen needs to be remodeled. The water heater and then the gas that comes in. This is the bathroom. And people are always amazed by this. The sink overhangs the bathtub, and the faucet for the sink and the bathtub is combined with just a long neck. $42,000 for that apartment. I think it'd be a cool apartment. Got another update. 5 calibers from Kirnograd, heading towards Cherkasky, and 2 calibers in Mykolaiv. No explosions reported yet. Odessa and Mykolaiv stay in shelters. 2 calibers in Odessa, 1 in Mykolaiv. Kirnograd, Cherkasky, eventually, my thought is you're going to see them head through Cherkasky and into Kyiv and onto the city itself. Yeah, tense moment. Let's see what you guys are seeing. Yeah, I wonder where he's getting his updates from. Yeah, they're getting the same feeds. So it looks like they're getting the feeds off of this Monitor Telegram site. Just translating it and posting it. So I think it has to do with the construction, because like here in America we make our houses out of sticks and paper. And you guys actually use stuff like brick and plaster to plaster the brick. So I can understand the wallpaper because I know plastering a wall sucks. Oh, there it is. Next update. 1 caliber in Cherkasky, course towards Kiev. 6 calibers in Kirnograd, heading towards Cherkasky and Venetia. Good to see you back in Kizna. Watching the ruble fall. Yeah, the rubles and rubles. But, you know, that's a decent little apartment for like 42. Everybody always says like to get an apartment off of like near one of the metro stops. The problem with getting an apartment near the metro stop is the price skyrockets as you get closer to the metro stops. So you just get even a little bit away and the price drops significantly. Of course, downtown it's going to be expensive, but like the metro stop there and here, but you get, I might as well show you guys. This is the building I stayed in when I was in Ukraine. Rented the apartment for $300 a month. And right here was literally the bus stop, Marshutka. I'd hop on the Marshutka for 15 hryvnia, and that would take me all the way up here, over to here, and up here, and I could either get on the metro here, or it would take me all the way down here, and I get on the metro here. I like going here because this little park, they had like let me go on maps and show you. Monitor updated. One caliber went from Odessa towards Venetia, 6 through Cherkasy region, heading towards Kiev. Bilatorisk. Oops. First caliber in the direction of the city from the south. It's close. Get up here, give you an idea. Bilatorisk is right here. It's approaching the city from the south, and it's not that far away from Kiev. Anyways, see that little heart? That's one of my favorite restaurants in Ukraine, in Kiev. Anyways, that's the building I stayed in. You know, I kept telling you guys it felt like living in a park. That's the entrance to the apartment I was renting. Yeah, literally it felt like living in a park. Anyways, like I get on the marshrutka there, and it would take me all the way over to here. And huge forested park to walk around, plenty of benches to sit down rest, and I'd go do my walks and rest and relax in here. And then in this little street here, they had what I call it a babushka market. You see all the marshutkas stopping here, and all the babushkas would line up like along the fence and along the walkway through here. All these were gone, and they made it into a park. So all the babushkas would lay out their canned goods, their the stuff they harvested, and you could literally go there, get what you need cheaper than the grocery store. And that is actually the marshutka I rode, the 442D. Oh, new update. The enemy probably relaunched air-based cruise missiles from the Belgorod region. We will find out in about an hour, so more missiles are incoming. They won't know for about another hour until, for sure, for about another hour. Packet. 5 calibers in Cherkasky, Bilatorisk, White Church. 1 caliber enters Benicia. 2 cruise missiles through Zaporizhia to Dnipro and Pavlograd. It doesn't give the regions, but so from Zaporizhia through Dnipro, they might also be heading up towards Kyiv. We won't know for sure until, well, we know. Another update. 5 calibers in Bilatorisk heading towards Venetia now. 2 calibers in Odessa towards Venetia. So Odessa is heading north. Bilatorisk heading southwest. Ooh, not a good time. I wish I had taken more video here. But like all these little kiosks are gone, and they made a park, and like all the babushkas line up in the park and sell their goods in this park now. Let me exit out of here. See if there's any. No. But you can see in the overhead, like all the buildings are gone, and it's little walkway through here, and the grandmothers would sit there and sell their wares here. Up here by the entrance to the metro. You go down here and cross the street and come out, and there's a bunch of stores underneath the road here. Flower shops, shoe stores, all kinds of stuff. It's really neat. Let's see. So, October 2018. Nice overhead of it. They're building the park. And of course Metro's right here. You enter under this building, and marshutkas are here. So like I could get to anywhere in the city via the metros, come out, hop on the marshutka, and in 10 minutes I get dropped off right at my door, which is like off over in this direction. $1 million property in Ukraine. Okay, but right before I do that though, this is the zoo. And there's the Ferris wheel I rode that I show in the beginning in my intro that Golby made for me. So you guys want to see $1 million property in Ukraine. Here we go, 1.2 million. Nice living room. From the other side. Oh, what a fireplace. I think that's marble. Is that a second living room? Another bathroom. Step-in shower. Tub. Double sink. Granite backsplash and countertop. Nice floor in the kitchen. One of the other rooms, it looks like they turned it into an office. Another angle of the sink. So there's your laundry room with 2 washing machines. Okay, you guys outside of America won't know what I'm talking about, but your washing machines are tiny in Europe. Like 2 days worth of clothes is all that would fit in the washing machine. Where like my washing machine here is like a 55-gallon drum almost. So yeah, it's a pretty nice apartment. A lot of repeats of the same rooms. So let's see. Translate. 4-bedroom apartment, 189 square meters. 5th floor out of 14 floors. All the furniture comes with it. Yeah, there's 2 apartments on the floor of the building. So the entrance area, a hall with a wardrobe for outerwear, the guest bathroom, living room, a second living room, elevator to the lobby is updated, shower, bath, internet. But give you an idea, that apartment is right here. The Maidan. Come here. Maidan is right there. The apartment's right here. This is the Botanical Gardens. Motherland Monument is right here. Oh, here, so I can show you better. So, I believe it's this apartment right here. Let me just double check. Yeah, this apartment building right here. So, Botanical Garden, Park of Eternal Glory, Motherland Monument. So, right basically downtown Kyiv. The Palace, Congress Center, the Green Theater. That place is pretty cool. I need to go back here and take pictures because I didn't when I was there, but basically an ancient amphitheater. Didn't get to see much of it while I was there. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, right downtown. Let me double check on. So that one's new. 2 calibers flying to Kolomensky. Behind them are 5 calibers for Venezia and Zhytomyr. Another caliber for Bilotoresk. And the latest update, the first 2 calibers are already in Kolomensky, heading towards Ternopil. Another caliber in Zhytomyr. So, looks like they're all turning west. Maybe heading towards Lviv. So, stay safe, Lviv. But that's just an apartment. So let's go to buy a house. Here we go. $1 million house in Kyiv. That is amazing room. I wouldn't mind having that. I wish yeah. So there's the house from the outside. I love the brick wall. Aw. I don't know about that. Getting crammed into the corner. I'd do a smaller sink, water filter system in it. You know, just the bathroom, no shower. That bedroom's really cool. That's another cool bedroom. Damn, that's a closet. One caliber turned on Kolomensky from the south. So I guess that's like a living room in the upstairs. Can't tell if this is I think it might be a water softener, but I'm not entirely sure. It might be the oh, what it might be is the water heater. Because the gas is coming in here, and then these are water lines. Holy crap. This is like lifestyles of the rich and famous in Ukraine. Dolby and a bidet. shower tub and a little balcony off your bathroom. Yeah, okay, I'm done. It looks nice, but I'm done. No stairs. It is a beautiful house, though. I don't like this tile. Like, this stuff is okay, but when you start doing all this other weird, it just too busy. Okay, dibs on the pool. Sorry. I do stream every day. I will be taking a break tomorrow and for Thanksgiving. Family Day here in the US. So again, that's right here. Right in the heart of Kiev. So latest update. 3 calibers in Kaminsky region. Stepisky district. Now, okay, you guys wanted to see the this place is 6 bedrooms. Yeah, and for my American viewers, make sure you add Ukraine to your thank you list for tomorrow. They are holding back the terrorist horde at the moment. But okay, so you guys wanted to see the $1 million house. And just for shock and awe, let's do top end $1,500 house. So you're not going to be anywhere close to Kiev for that amount. But as you can see, there are a bunch of them scattered around. Here we go, $1,075. So the entrance to the house, the summer kitchen, the barn, side of the house, and your garden plot in the back. Another view of the entrance, bench. I can't tell what kind of tree that is. I think it might be a cherry. The root cellar, and again, a view of the garden. The entry into the house. One of the rooms in the house. So, floors look okay. The walls look okay. Well, there's gas in the house. Oh, and there's a further away view for you. Oh, and the old village house cook stove. an oven. Yeah, it looks like the floors might need a little work with sanding, restaining. Stove, and looks like the gas heater. And back to the beginning. But there you go. 1-story house, 2 bedrooms. On this isn't a. It's an Aaron translation. It is 2,400 square meter plot for $1,075. Oh, and the updates are coming in hot and heavy. Ballistic threat from Crimea. Explosions in Kharkiv. Exits around Kharkiv from the Belgorod region. Two calibers are in Ternopil from Klemensky, and 2 from Klemensky to Ravine. Packet. Not forward, translate. More ballistics on Kharkiv. Third round of ballistics on Kharkiv. Missiles from Caucasus in Sumy have yet to be confirmed. So, Klemensky to Ternopil and Ravina. Kharkiv is here. Firing missiles from Belgorod to Kharkiv. And earlier there was Belgorod, where they launched the missiles heading across. Some were launched from the Black Sea and Crimea. And that is why we are under a full red alert for Ukraine. My worst was actually this year, like 3 weeks before I went to Ukraine for temperatures. It was -48. Yeah, -48. More updates coming in. Apparently 2 calibers went into Belarus. More being fired around Kharkiv. So, gonna see stuff happening in Kharkiv. Let me see what. Yeah, nobody is picking up the videos yet. Kinza, the link for my Blue Sky is down below, and I believe Aussie T's following me. I'm sure I saw him follow me on Blue Sky, so you could find his through mine. Another update. Two Kinzels from Ternopil to Lutsk. I'm guessing Lutsk is a smaller region, and first Kinzel has entered the Ravina. I'm going to put this here and see if I can. And I am going to turn off my camera and mute my mic because I have to run to the bathroom. I will be right. Yeah, I know you've been following me on Blue Sky Blue. Blue. I'll be right back. I have to go to the restroom. Okay, I am back. Let's see. Oh, turn camera back on. So, where were we? Lutisk in the direction of the city. So one caliber changed the vector to Lviv, towards Lviv and Styria districts. More shelling at Kharkiv. S-300 inbound for Kharkiv. That the S-300 is supposed to be an air defense missile, but Russia is using it to attack Ukraine with them. And so, again, flying at Lviv. Another caliber in Lutisk. Ooh, favorite ice cream? This is gonna sound a little weird, but I like peanut butter ice cream with caramel. So see if I can find. Here we go. Stritsi towards Lviv. So if you guys ever get the chance, the other thing that's going to be weird is I actually prefer cheese over ice cream, especially goat's milk cheese. Yummy. Especially when it's from your own goats. Yeah, from my own goat. My little babies. I don't have them anymore, unfortunately. So this is the update that's being shown on Ukraine Matters Discord. Explosions in Kharkiv, Ravina, Lutisk. They haven't shown explosions here yet. Usually when there's explosions, they'll have this little symbol here. So I think they're still flying around. But Google Maps. So Lutisk, Lviv, and Ravina. So they're, according to this, they're flying around in those areas. Rocket is not visible anymore. One Shaheed in Ternopil. These guys aren't reporting it. They may have a different source that they're using. Yeah, they have to be using a different source to get that information. You know, these are the two channels I paid attention to. You know, UA Rockets and Monitor while I was in Ukraine. I'll have to hunt down and see what source they're using for on the Ukraine Matters Discord, see what they say. No, I'm back. I see myself on screen. Can you not hear me? Oh. Yeah, very similar map. Um yeah, I'm trying to see what they're doing to get the extra symbols on there, but I don't know. This is the same feed they have on Discord. The same. Well, there's something extra there. Okay. Oh, there we go. Got the same thing on here as on their Discord. It just took a little bit of messing around. Sure. I'll open it on a different channel or on a different screen first to make, just to make sure, but so let's see. Until you send that, I'm going to see if there's any updates on Blue Sky right now. Here's something from Blue Sky for you. Since February 2022, Russia has launched at least 36 double tap strikes in Ukraine, killing 74 medics. I always thought this one was funny. Unfriendly countries, according to Russia, countries where you can drink the tap water. Almost exactly the same. Just post it on your feed. Do the post, and I'll find your post. Yeah, I'm watching you. I'm not, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I don't do the social media thing very well. So I don't know how to change that or what I need to change. So it's not that I don't think that they don't want to do the double taps anymore. I think it's more a case of not having the equipment, the shells and stuff necessary to be able to carry out a double tap anymore with the correct accuracy. If you know, I hope that's understandable. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But to be able to hit one spot and then hit it again, I'm not sure Russia can do that anymore with what they're using. Okay. It should be on messages now, Kizna. I figured it out. I am technologically okay. New update. Airspace reconnaissance by cruise missile. The missile threat continues across the country until the strike. The threat of ballistics in the south and east continues. One UAV in Klemensky heading west. 5 UAVs in Sumy. The first wave of caliber missiles is not observed. We are waiting. Kharkiv explosions. They're saying explosions in Ravina and Lutisk. Yeah, nothing from Kiev Independent right now. Oh, another update. One from Klemensky to Ternopil, talking about Shaheeds. Four in Sumy, one near Poltava. We can have coffee here. Okay. Oh, about Kellogg, the appointed guy from Keith Kellogg, KK. Is this the KK and the GG? She's gonna be mad at me now. I'm sorry. Kellogg, an 80-year-old retired Army lieutenant general who has been Trump's top advisor on defense issues. Served as national security advisor to Mike Pence, chief of staff of National Security Council, and then stepped in as acting security advisor for Trump after Flynn resigned. Keith has dedicated his life to defending our great country and is committed to bringing war in Ukraine to a peaceful resolution. Featured in multiple Trump investigations dating to his first term. He was among administrative officials who listened in on July 9, 2019 call between Trump and Zelensky. In which Trump prodded his Ukrainian counterpart to pursue investigations into Biden's. The call, which Kellogg would later say did not raise any concerns on his end, was at the center of the first two White House impeachment cases against Trump and was acquitted by the Senate both times. Hours before pro-Trump rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol, Kellogg, who was Pence's national security advisor at the time, listened in on a heated call in which Trump told his vice president to object or delay the certification in Congress of President Joe Biden's victory. Yeah, total Trump stooge. Trump told Pence, "You're not tough enough to make the call." So yeah, I mean, the dude's 80 years old. And he's going to be the one negotiating with Zelensky and Putin. And, you know, Trump might as well be taking the strings and playing him. We expect the second wave of Kinzhal missiles in about 10 minutes. So, of course, air alerts are still active. Okay, can't do UAV movement. Overlay of the occupied areas. Show the river. Yeah, I'm finally learning the options after looking at this website for years. UAV in Sumy, UAV in Klemensky, UAVs on the borders of Kharkiv and Poltava. Kharkiv and Poltava in the southern area. On the border of Sumy and Poltava, heading west. So Sumy, Poltava, heading west. So we're basically waiting for 7 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping he's not a total. I don't know enough about the guy. I don't follow U.S. politics. U.S. politics are dirty, nasty things that I just get mad at, so it's not worth increasing my blood pressure over. There's better people to follow for U.S. politics. Mercado does a great job following it and seems to know the stories of all the people involved. I don't want to put the time and effort into it because it just causes me blood pressure issues. Notifications. Oh, I remember this video. Let me just make sure there's no YouTube bat me down on it. Okay. So this is the clip that Kinsna wanted me to play. And from that point on, it's just them running away. But that was an attack on a storage base. I forgot where. NAPO's doing their releasing their videos from the truck exchange. Shit. Oh god, that's funny. I really like 50 Cent, or as we call him in Russia, 12 million ruble. Oh, that one's a good one. So if you go to Ukraine and go to Lviv, you can see this organ in person in the train station. Yeah, that only works for until you have to clean out the litter box. A lot of people reposting the NAFO video. Yeah, headlamps and portable heaters and car batteries. No new updates here. About 3 more minutes before they think they'll know anything. The Joe Vatnik experience. That's funny. I'm Jake Bro, spreading the truth. Ukraine's mineral wealth is immense, requiring only investment for full-scale development. However, it has also become a target for Russia's military machine. Cobalt, metals, gas. The triangles are oil. And, it's a big cluster here. This is what Russia wants. The key thing to watch for is the stars and the purple triangles, which star, 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 purple triangle, star. It's amazing how Russia wants all the areas with the rich minerals. Because Russia cannot process. It's the only way Russia has wealth is selling raw resources. They don't have the technology or the people to run factories to create finished products anymore. Check the air alerts. Nikopol is given the all clear. The explosions for Kharkiv and Ravina have disappeared. Nothing new on monitor or packet. If nothing shows up in the next 5 minutes, I'll end the stream. Normally by now I'd be like in bed. So link to the mineral map in chat. And I'll actually retweet or repost. That was by United 24 Media. Oh, that's interesting. Russians wanting to join the Freedom of Russia Legion and fight with Ukraine are being lured by fake websites only to be trapped by Russian authorities and face years in prison. Let's see. Okay. ZCU official is giving updates now. The enemy continues to shell Kharkiv with missiles. Occupiers dealt a third blow to Kharkiv. According to the instructions, emergency power outages have been applied in a number of regions. All three strikes fell on the territory of one of the Kharkiv citizens' enterprises in the Kyiv district, Fedorkov. At the moment, there are no casualties reported. Russians are attacking the energy sector in Kharkiv and other areas. That is the latest from sources in Ukraine. There was other launches expected. They should have been visible either now or soon. Yeah, but it's really hard to do because Russia controls, they're not as bad as North Korea with controlling the internet. But they've been doing the same with the Ukraine's Come Back Alive program for getting Russians to surrender and turn over equipment. Let's refresh this page, see if so. Yeah, nothing new in mainstream media, to be expected. Oh, I hate doing this, but I'm gonna go check out a YouTube channel that watches more feeds than I do.
So those
Yeah, they're still staring at a map with their arbitrary locations of videos. And my brain's already melting. I have to close it. So while we're waiting, let me bring this back up so I can see chat. Go back to looking at houses. I'm not going to show you the house I'm interested in because the last two times I've done that, somebody out there sniped the houses I want to get. Oh, this looks interesting. So $3,500 for this house. Beautiful brickwork on it. I mean, can you imagine having a house that looked like that here in the US? That'd be cool. Oh, drop ceiling. Wood floors. And a 4-burner stove, gasified. That was a decent one. Okay, looks like we have our update. Acoustic fixation of Kinzhal 101 cruise missile. Krasnodar. They will enter through Zaporizhia or Kherson regions. So far, 10 missiles. Not hijacked it, but they're doing fake websites and tracking like the soldiers that are looking it up. So Krasnodar, so they'll be coming through this area, either into Zaporizhia or Mykolaiv, Kherson. Just waiting to hear more. Yeah, it's just a question of how much people want for it. Like that house we just looked at was an abandoned house. And you know, these are available all over. If you want to be out towards Lviv or closer to Poland, here you go. Yeah, it's funny. The people are actually copying and pasting posts from the channels I'm looking at. You know, there's Packets Pit post, and then which one is this? So he's just literally copying and pasting the feed. Okay, you have to mute yourself for that one, Andrew. You said it, not me. I didn't say the name. Anyways, still waiting on more information. But, you know, here's a nice little house out by Lviv. Wood siding, chain link fence. Oh, this is a cherry tree. I think a cherry tree and an apple tree. There's your barn. Snow is just starting to come down, so is a recent picture. Well, maybe sanding and resetting the floor tiles. But I don't see any cracks in the wall. The roof isn't sagging down. Like some of the plaster is wearing off. But you know, that's $3,000. And Lviv, Poland border is right here. If you're really brave, Here you go. Out by Kharkiv. 3,200. That's a really pink room. And then pavers through the yard. A little bit of settling. Might need to do some foundation work in the future. Oh, nice trees, nice fence. There's one bedroom for you. I'm guessing this is by the entryway because of the coat rack. Not too many pictures shown, but you know, there's 3,200 for a nice area. I joke around and say I want a dacha in every oblast because I can't decide where I want to go. I'll look over here, I'll look up here, I look up here. Venetia is one of the most beautiful areas, and if you go close to Moldova, 3,000, 5,000 square meters. I think that one had foundation issues, or oh no, it's going uphill. So the house is leveled, the ground is not. I see you. This I love this about Ukrainian houses. This is like a little awning with a grapevine growing over top of it. You see they're just camping out underneath their grapevines in the shade with the well behind them. Floors look good, built-in cabinet. Nice fence entry point. The roadway looks a little unused, but that's a very new fence. A little bit of a slope. But you don't have to go anywhere to slide down the hill in the snow. Fruit tree. That might be a pear. I'm not sure. Getting more updates. So one of the missiles to Dnipro. They haven't fixed it by radar. And then Shaheeds. One Shaheed in Lviv Oblast, one on Dnipro, two in Sumy Oblast. As for rockets, there is none acoustically and locationally yet. As they appear, we will update you. I try not to show other people's videos just because I don't want to steal their content. Yeah, I love to like show off the channels I enjoy watching. let's see. So United 24, Rick the Ukrainian, Greg Terry, Why Ukraine, well, that's more for comedy. Ukraine Matters, Mercado, Yulia, reporting from Ukraine. Here's a channel probably most people do not know about. Pablo from Ukraine. He was doing like a village life vlog before the war. And like show you guys this video, some of this.
Will manage this sausage aromatny. So as for the toilet, I will skip it for now. I'll help Luba to do flower beds right here.
So this was an abandoned house his family owned. They went through, cut the yard, cleaned it up, cleaned up the inside of the building, and this is for sale for I think it was $3,000. And this is the original video from this. This was 6 months ago. The original video was like a year before that, and this video is the video that made me want to live in Ukraine permanently. Or not this one, the original one. More fixing up the house. Visiting his aunt in Zhytomyr Oblast. So here's like the house originally, where they started cleaning it up. The beekeeping videos he does, this is what he does out in the village. This is how I found him, because I'm a beekeeper myself.
As you may notice, we have many beehives here, and some of them are really old. So today we are replacing frames from old beehives into the new, and we also make a disinfection or cleaning inside the beehive. Here we have the gas tank.
Those are super neat.
We're gonna
I got to visit an apiary in Kyiv. Unfortunately, my phone was dead,
10 years old,
so I didn't get to
20
take any
years
pictures
old,
or
and
do
some
a stream. I would have loved to.
or even 30 or more.
I don't want to show too much of his stuff, but if you want to know the prices of stuff in Ukraine, he does market walkthroughs.
This is our local grocery store.
This is in a village, so the
Near to
prices are
us.
going to be higher than like if you're in
Donbass
Kyiv.
here.
Yeah, the harvest they did. The grocery, they do like grocery updates. Kvass, you can get a kvass on the street vendor for 20 cents. He does a lot of cool stuff that intrigues me. Feeding the chickens and the ducks, the grilling, $10 a week in food. And yeah, here we go. 3 years ago, house for sale in Ukraine. This is the video that made me.
Bush Avenue, Somerset, NJ 088
So-
USA.
The big history in this house. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
So that was a letter explaining that like his grandparents' brother moved to the US and were in New Jersey. And
It is located in Poltava region, the place where I'm living currently. It is 200 kilometers from Kiev, and the big plus, the big benefit maybe, or I know prop, the big prop of this house, that it has a lot of land, like approximately 2.5 acres. Like you can see,
So, like the property goes back into that forest, and you can actually go on your own property and pick mushrooms. So yeah, this is a video that made me fall in love with the idea of moving to Ukraine, and led to so many other things. Oh, another update. First rockets from Caucasus in Chernihiv region, course towards Poltava. Up to 5 already. Go to monitor. And they were only reporting 1 at the time. So there we go. Kyiv region as well. Why do you need to avoid Poltava, Nian? Yeah, those are horizontal hives. But it's more interesting than that. It's hard to explain. The Ukrainian hives are really cool, and like I can do a whole video I can do a whole hour video on how Ukrainian hives are different from American hives, and in many ways much better. I'm curious why you need to avoid Poltava, Nian. New update. One group of X-101 missiles are entering Kherson region to Mykolaiv, northwest course. I see something keep changing, but I don't see what it is. The rockets are flying in from 2 sides, from the south and the north. From the north to Poltava and Kyiv, from the south in Kherson. Okay, I'm still confused. You don't like Poltava? That's it. Mute. I like Poltava. I also like Venetia, Zhytomyr, Chernihiv. Komensky's pretty good too. I really like Odessa, Kherson along the coast, Mykolaiv along the coast. Cherkasky, especially around Kremenchuk. Like I said, I need a dacha in every oblast so I can, hop from one to the next and like spend a month in each region. The only ones that are like out for me is Zakarpattia, Ivano-Frankish, and Chernivtsi. Too many mountains, too much uphill, too bad on my knees. Five rockets in Chernihiv heading towards Kiev. The first one keeps a course to Boveri, then to Kiev. Another part of the rockets from Chernihiv flew into Poltava. Up to 3 rockets from Kherson. They don't care about that anymore. But Poltava is beautiful. As you can see here, this is early spring, still cold. You can see them wearing their coats. Ay, my tongue does not want to work anymore. There we go, just outside Poltava City. I like the brickwork on that. Well, there's the old house and they built the new one over there. So you probably have to tear this down, turn it into a chicken coop or something. Look at all that property you have back there, the trees. You know, area for your garden. And nobody around you. So yeah, this is all new construction. You'd have to deck out the inside how you want it. So there you go, 3,200. Here we go, 1,500. So nice barn. You know, root cellar. I guess the house is there. I like the brickwork on this house too. Nice wooden fence, paint it white, and you got yourself a nice little white picket fence. And you got all that property. You just need to fix the fence a little bit. There you go. 1-story house, 2 bedrooms, $1,500. I hate when it does that on me. So yeah, outhouse, barn, summer kitchen, and a root cellar. That's not a bad one. I'd consider that one. Not a bad area. About halfway between Lubny and Poltava. And about 3-hour drive to Kiev if you go slow. Another update. Rockets that flew to Kiev turned to Poltava. Total of 7 rockets in Poltava. 7 groups from Chernihiv Oblast. 1 group through Bratrashki district of Mykolaiv. From Chernihiv, rockets past Lubny and continue to the south. So Lubny, so going south, probably towards Kremenchuk. Speaking of just outside of Kremenchuk, I don't think there is one region in Ukraine that is not freaking beautiful. All the houses are pretty much the same. I don't see a reason to. Ooh. Yeah, KK, go lay down or something. Yeah. I was back in Seattle I was in Kent. 1-bedroom apartment for $700 a month. And that was a 2001, 2002. And here you go. 2 months of rent from 2000 buys you a house. Good to see you, Slow Weevil. Yeah, I don't think these rocket attacks are going to end anytime soon. Still new ones are coming in. 12 pieces from the north, 3 pieces from the south. Threaten Kremenchuk, Milnograd, Lubny, Cherkovsky, Prilutki. Now past Lubny towards Kremenchuk. In Chernihiv through Nizhyn to the south. Mykolaiv region to Kiev-Nograd. Kurzan to Mykolaiv. So going north, coming south. It's almost like spin the wheel, round and round they go. Where they hit, nobody knows. Oh, anger. So, official ZCU. So, missile attack hit in Sumy. Waiting to see the consequences. In Volny region, there are arrivals. Emergency blackouts have also been introduced. So up here, blackouts. Over Hirsumi, Kharkiv. So Poltava towards Chernovsky. So Poltava, Cherkasky. So probably over this area right now. and this just kind of pushes the point. Like people say they don't want to go further east than Lviv. And here it is, Lviv. You know, Lviv is right here, and this is the town that got hit today. It doesn't matter if you're in Ukraine, you're at risk. Doesn't matter if you're west of the river, east of the river, north, south, next to Poland or not. You're at risk. Hate to say it, but that's it's the way it is. Ukrainian foreign minister meets EU board during G7 meeting. Expresses gratitude for his exceptional dedication to fostering EU unity and strength in supporting Ukraine and opposing Russian aggression. Well, yeah, I am going to call it here. I am getting tired. Massive missile attack ongoing in Ukraine right now, along with drones and everything else. Kharkiv's getting hit by rocket systems, missiles coming from the Black Sea and Russian Federation, from the north and the south. It is unfortunately a fact of life in Ukraine. And of course, they are doing it at early morning, 6 a.m. By my count, over 25 missiles so far. Yeah, I don't think there's been a total, like the complete total released yet. Like the current wave, they just released this. 3 on Cherkasky going to the west. 3 in Lubny. 3 more. 1 more in Mykolaiv. 1 more in Mykolaiv. So 1, 2, 9. So 11 right there. I think there was 15 in the first one. So yeah, like 26 so far that I'm aware of. Rockets from the north of the campaign will go west. 25 pieces in total. So, not the biggest attack, but still, it's becoming almost a nightly, if not weekly thing for Ukraine's civilians. You know, the drones. I mean, Kyiv Oblast has been on air alert for 8 hours and 22 minutes since 11:09 p.m. Ukraine time. So the whole night they've been under air alert with, 9 hours in Chernihiv, 9.5 hours in Sumy. Explosions in Kronopsky. And so drew the lines of the directions of the missiles. See what Monitor has to say. +3 from Herzon, +2 from Chernihiv. Two more heading towards Kremachuk. And Russia does this all the time, and we were telling Ukraine, no, you can't shoot back. And you can't use our stuff to attack where they're being launched from. I only hope that Ukraine's using these attacks to identify the launch sites, and we'll be sending drones there tonight to knock them out. With that, I am going to say goodnight. I thank you all for coming by. I especially thank you all for supporting Ukraine. Have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. And of course, Razom de Peromoshimo. Together, we will win. And I'll see you next time. I really miss being in Kyiv. I need to go back. Good night, everybody.